All right. All right. All right. All real. Yeah. And we're back. What a day, huh? What a day. Sorry that didn't end the way that we had all hoped, Bronco fan. Give it up one time, though. One time for Broncos Nation. Give it up, man. Can't win them all. That's the way that you go when it goes bad, right? You can't win them all. Well, you can't win them all. Pain is the process. Nuggets in Dallas in Big D, taking on the Mavericks, down 96-95, 5:51 to go in the fourth. And we are like, I know we not though, to the Dom Mega. Oren Lamena, 5 to go, kill you with truth. All you kill you with truthers out here. Nuggets playing stout defense. AG's back. Gotta love that. The ruler. AG's back. It's Nugget season. Let's go, baby. Yeah. There's my guy. Max in the building.
Yo.
Sure.
Yo. We're back.
We're back. We don't go away for long. You've created something here on this Kill You With Truth Network, D-Mac.
Yeah.
Huh?
What have I created?
A monster.
A monster of headaches. All right, well, let's segue into basketball here real quick. I had a side eye. Nuggets were down a bunch, Oren, and they're down like one, or what's that?
They're up now. We're up 97-96.
Okay, all right. So you're, again, of course.
Am I ahead of you? Come on.
That's okay. That's all right. So you lead the way, and I'll follow your lead here.
Okay, what we're dealing with is AG's back. The Nuggets have been thriving with his absence, and more Russell Westbrook is a good thing, apparently. And currently in the offensive set with a chance to extend the lead to a bucket. Mac, I know that you're a football guy first, but I know you follow everything about Denver sports.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about this notion that if there's a change to be made, it's to make sure that as many of the Jokic minutes are spent with Russell Westbrook in the starting lineup, even if that should cost somebody like Christian Brown or maybe Jamal Murray their starting.
Well, yeah, that's the one thing that we've learned from Russell Westbrook, who's been playing incredibly, is he views himself as a point guard, not an off guard, off ball, nothing like that. He's a point guard.
Right.
And what was going on against the Nets was magical. I mean, listen, I get it. The Nets aren't that great of a team. I do understand that. But it was crazy to see the chemistry between him and Jokic. I mean, both guys getting a triple-double in the same game. I mean, that's absurd.
First time in NBA history that it's happened multiple times to two teammates.
It's unbelievable. And Jamal played, 16 minutes in that game, then went out with some knee soreness. And I don't know, bro. Listen, I'm not trying to put down Jamal Murray because the guy's just been too big and too clutch and has a certain amount of talent, but it's a different style than Russell Westbrook. And what we know, and this is clear, Russell Westbrook works with Nikola Jokic too.
Yep.
So
not just two, Mac. Better. Nuggets up 99-96. I think better. Not just two.
Better? Really?
Well, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Is there a relationship there to be had if they're not running that plodding ass two-man game pick and roll? Is there a relationship there at all? How is Jamal effective in any other setting other than that one when it comes to him being on the floor with Joker?
I don't know, man. This is a tough conversation. I mean, what do you do though, Oren? So let me just go with you. Okay, sure. Yes. So now what? What do you do?
Give him what he needs, I think, right now, which is a kick in the ass. And you say, you know what? Our best prospects to win as a team are for you and your scoring ability to come off the bench. The bench needs scoring. We'll always need scoring. And I don't think you can afford to sacrifice, because what you end up having, I think, when you're bringing Russ off the bench is that he doesn't have a lot to work with there, whereas him and Joker together seem to invigorate everyone offensively. And I just think he needs to be in the starting lineup. I think you get the energy that you need. And I don't think that.
So who do you sit? Who are you sitting?
I sit
Christian.
I sit Christian Brown. Oh no, I personally sit Jamal, because I don't think Christian Brown is the offensive answer that you need coming off the bench.
Well, here we go. We're down to it. Yeah, it's Westbrook bringing the ball up. Where is Jamal? Oh, Jamal's on the bench right now.
He's on the bench. 101-97 Nuggets.
Oh my God, he is on the bench. Okay, all right, dude. Does he get off the bench here or not?
It's gonna depend.
I'll say yes. I'll say yes,
but here's the thing: no, in a tight game because he's not one of your better defenders. That's the problem.
What are we doing right now, right here? What's gonna happen?
I think that you go with what
Jamal is on the bench with 3.5 to go.
Because it's a tight game, and defensively he's a liability, and his offense is outside of the realm of sharing the basketball.
How many minutes does he play today? Oh, he's played 30 minutes.
He's back.
Oh, now he's back.
He's back on the floor. Back on the floor.
That's all right.
That's all right. I think it's an astute observation just in Jamal has a lot to figure out as to how his professional career is going to play out. He has a lot to figure out. And Peyton Watson just got cooked. Oh, Jamal's back 106.99 Nuggets. I'm looking.
Oh, they took out Christian.
Yeah, they took out Christian. Mac, you were in the building. I heard you ask a couple questions.
Yeah.
Post game, what's the feeling like around the team when you're around? What's the feeling like in the building around the team? Like, how's the energy?
It's good. Okay. It's positive. Yeah, it's a positive. It's not a negative.
Okay.
Jokic's Watson just hit a huge three.
Huge.
I am behind you a little bit, but I got him up.
Okay. We'll go with yours because I know where it's at.
Well, and I got it on ESPN, so I know the Nuggets are up by 7.
Yeah.
So this is a big comeback. How much were they down by?
They were down 11 when I looked.
No, dude, I think they were down by 20-something points.
They had a 17-point first quarter. Again, slow start. I'd love to see who the starting five was. We were watching the Bronco game, so I didn't see the start of the game. I would imagine Russell was not in the starting five. They had a 17-point first quarter, 41-point second quarter, and then have played within string the last two. But yeah, I could do quick math.
They were down. They were down by 19. That's the longest, the most they were down by 19.
And
they're in a commercial break now.
And now in the fourth, they're beating the Mavericks 27-10, and it looks like they're going to win this game. I mean, 2:21 left. Obviously, you got to play it out. But
dude, that's a pretty badass win today. Dude, I'm telling you, you're playing a wacky, weirdo afternoon game. And here's what I was told. The NBA knew that the NFL playoffs obviously were going on. What I was told was this is an afternoon game for the European market because it was set for Jokic and Luka. Of course, you don't get Luka. You don't know that. But that's the reason I was told that's why it's at this start time, because they were trying to make this a feature game in Europe.
I love that only because I think if the NBA is going to maintain relevance, it's going to need outside market interest. It's going to need outside of the U.S. interest because the style of basketball, and hopefully what it does is I think this game needs to get a lot more international, Mac, to get better. I think AAU basketball has crippled the style of play, and there's not a lot of team basketball sort of fundamentals. And I'm not talking about being boring. I'm just talking about a concept of sharing the ball, something that's way more hockey-like than it is, it's just one skilled guy trying, or two or three skilled guys trying to skill their way through wins. And so I like the thought of that. I really do like the thought of that.
Jokic was just, he's great. 15 rebounds. That's pretty great. 7 assists. So no triple-double for him. Jamal, he's just kind of Jamal, man. It's like the same sort of shit, isn't it? 7 of 16, 2 of 5 from 3, 17 points. It's like, hey, most nights that's Jamal. Most nights that is Jamal.
The only problem with that is, Mac, is his pay scale. That's the only problem with that. That would be nothing if he was making $23 million as opposed to 46. It's nothing.
Westbrook, kind of a similar night to Jamal, actually. He's not going to be incredible every single night either.
But here's the difference. Look at that assist total. You're getting 25 assists between your two guys, and that means that other guys are getting involved, which is what you need out of this Nuggets team. They cannot play. They do not have the 3 big horses to play. They don't even have the 2 big horses because Jamal's a 17 point a night guy.
Boy, we got an old school basketball game here. Only 23s attempted for the Nuggets and only 25 for the Mavs. You like that style better?
Yep. I like it better because everything beneath the 3-point line is such a forgotten scoring option in the NBA. It's frustrating to watch. It's frustrating to watch guys that it's like you're either taking it to the rack or shooting from beyond the arc. It's a terrible way, I think, to approach the game. So I like less threes.
Okay. Klay Thompson, 6 of 12 from 3. He leads the Mavs with 25 points. I mean, listen, they're doing pretty good in terms of their overall record without Luka.
Yep.
Both teams with 22 wins. How about that? Pretty close. Mavs 12-6 at home. They're going to lose this one, though. Jamal.
You see that rebound put back by Michael Porter Jr.? If you didn't, you'll see it.
Yeah, it's coming up. I'm watching him. He's kicking. Yeah, I'm behind you. He's kicking out to Jamal.
It's coming.
Hold on. I'll catch up to you. Murray for 3. There it is. Right there. There you go. Yep. Fucking A.
That's
great.
Where I think he's got so much upside, Mac. He's got so much upside to his game, and it has nothing to do with that 3-point shot. It has everything to do with him acting like a guy that's 6'10" tall.
Right. Yeah, tonight he's not feeling it. He's 1 for 8. Not a good night, but there you go. Big rebound there. I think that was a good moment, but he's had a bad game. You know, he hasn't had a great. But he's another guy. Like a lot of these guys are just different because of Jamal. Wow, this is fascinating watching Westbrook just be the straight up point guard and Jamal be the 2, though. Right? And it's a 2-man game with Westbrook and This is fucking weird.
It's because Westbrook,
it's
1
weird.
is that. 2, he excels. He's a guy who watches the whole floor. He's a triple-double guy, so he knows how to cut off Joker. There were plays in last game, in the game against Brooklyn, where you're just watching that he's paying attention in places where other guys aren't. It's is
he just a better point guard than Jamal, period, the end? Like,
period,
that's it? Period,
the end. Period, the end. Jamal is looking for his shot and only effective when he can dribble himself into rhythm. That's a bad combination with a guy like Joker.
So are we gonna see a 2-man game with Jamal on the court where Jamal's standing around maybe playing patty cake with Michael Porter Jr. doing nothing, and the 2-man game is Westbrook and Jokic?
I think so. You better work on your catch and shoot if you're Jamal Murray. You better work on your catch and shoot because there's no reason in the world. If it ain't broke, what do they say? Don't fix it. And trust me, as much as I know Mike Malone loves Jamal Murray, he loves to win more. He's frustrated by losing, I should say, more. You're going to go with what's working. And listen, you know, I was making this analogy, Mac. You know when a new guy comes on the job and you guys kind of share the same job duties and you can see that he's kind of impressing management?
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Jamal's got to be looking. I mean, he's got to be looking at the contributions that Russ makes.
Yeah.
And just like, fuck, everybody loves him.
He was back playing. He's back playing today, wasn't he? And he wasn't that sore today. He's back playing today.
What kind of shit is that?
I'll tell you this, man. Hey, did you think Russell Westbrook was going to be such a cool guy?
Like, I did not.
But like such a good dude.
I did not see that. I did not see him ingratiating himself to the fan base as he has. You're going to see here in a second why I love Russell Westbrook.
I saw the block. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's everything. He leaves it all on the court. It's all effort. He'll blow 7 layups, and I don't even give a shit. He'll miss bunnies, and I don't care because there's never a question as to his effort. And there it goes again.
Golly, man. What a big win for the Nuggets as they win 112-101. That is, dude, come on, man. This is a really impressive win.
Read the numbers, Mac, and look at how many guys are in the scoring column. Look how many assists that they racked up as a team.
I got 23 assists. That's good. That's not crazy. That's not outer space, but 23 is
not outer space, but how many of them are between 2 guys is what
I can look that up. Let's see. Well, 9 from Jokic, 7 from Westbrook. So, and that's kind of it. Jamal 2.
It's getting guys involved.
You
Russell
know,
Westbrook leads guys in
this
scoring.
isn't one that you're going to frame and put in Springfield, but that's a really, really good win for the Nuggets there, Oren.
Man.
Really good win.
Every win counts. We know that at this time of the year before you can, they're not going to make a big move at the trade deadline. Now it's all about not falling out of the top 4 seeds. And, they got this back-to-back. They're going to play the Mavs again in a day. They get one night off. They'll be playing the Mavs again. You got to win these games. And this is a game that I think early in the season, while they were trying to figure themselves out, that they would have struggled in. And Mac, I'm trying to tell you, the more and more that Joker and Westbrook get this thing together, I think your leadership core has changed. And I love it. I really do. And it's just about Jamal being able to man up and figure out where he fits in.
This was an interesting night. Who came off the bench? The AG came off the bench.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's got to be a
play yourself back into shape.
Yeah. 18 minutes.
18 minutes tonight.
I'm glad he played. I didn't even know he was this close to even coming back to play. So that's cool. I love AG. I'm
Me too.
A AG fan.
6 of 7 from the field too. That's a great percentage for him.
So who's playing in his place?
Westbrook. When they start him. Yes.
No, Westbrook's got to be your point guard.
Well, no, but I'm saying that Christian Brown will be in the starting lineup, and Westbrook he's been sitting in that AG vacancy. All
right. Well, okay.
You're right. He's the point
guard. I mean, what are we doing?
3 guards.
You're not going to bring once AG gets up to speed. You're not going to bring AG off the bench.
Fuck no. No.
Are you going to bring Westbrook off the bench, or are you going to put Christian Brown back on the bench and be like?
Let me ask you a question. Are you okay with the slow starts? I'm
not.
No. So how do you avoid that? You avoid that by putting your best lineup on the floor, and your best lineup, it has Joker and Westbrook in it. Whether or not, they decide to, I think it would be a good barometer to give Jamal a sort of a wake-up call. Hey, dude, by the way, it doesn't hurt your offense because you need scoring coming off the bench.
Can you imagine Jamal coming off the bench?
I could.
And being like the leader of that second unit. And, oh, man.
He can
30 plus million a year coming off the 30. I mean, what is Jamal getting?
I think he's 48. I think it's 48 this year. 43. It's somewhere between 43 and 48. But listen, Mac, to your point, no, when you factor in the salary, no, you can't do it. But when you just think about what's best for the team, slow starts are not best for the team. Jamal being on the court, to me, equals slow starts. He's not one of your better defenders. He is one of your better scorers, and working with the second unit, he gets to score at will. Have the ball in your hands. Do whatever you want, Jamal. It's your show.
It is funny seeing a close game, and the 2-man game is Westbrook and Jokic with Russell, with Jamal Murray on the court. Like, it's one thing if he's not playing. Right. Okay, interesting. I mean, that is weird. I wonder how Jamal is sort of dealing with this. Like, that's a nice freaking win. And it worked out well. And Jamal didn't come back onto the court until there was like 3.5 minutes to go. And Westbrook was out there for the whole thing.
He's the guy that had the cush job and just didn't see it coming that somebody was going to get hired to maybe be his replacement.
and Michael Porter Jr. Oh, shit. Peyton Watson, 33 minutes. Michael Porter Jr., 25. Julian Strother, 26. Michael Porter Jr., 25.
We cannot play resume basketball anymore. We know what you're supposed to be. We know what it says that you're getting paid, but we can't. What's the point, Mac, if you're not going to try to be one of the best teams in the West?
Peyton Watson, how about this, bro? Peyton Watson, 33 minutes, more than Jamal Murray by a minute, and a plus 30.
Love it.
Plus 30. Damn, son.
You know why? Defense. He's going to not hurt you, and as long as he's not out there, he was 2 for 3 from 3. That's what is the total that you want from him. I don't need to see Peyton Watson shooting 7 threes, but take the ones that are open to you and be judicious with them. Love that contribution from P. Watt.
Oh my
Love
God, dude. Peyton Watson, 33 minutes, 3 of 5 from the floor, 2 of 3 from 3, 10 points, 6 rebounds. Jamal Murray, 32 minutes, rebounds, 2, -5, plus minus.
Ineffectual at best.
And not, I mean, he's not nearly the defender of Peyton Watson.
No.
I mean,
at a certain point in time,
seriously, to close a game, if the 2-man game with Westbrook and Jokic is working, you're going with Jamal Murray for defense over Peyton Watson? I mean,
no. Huh? And what are we supposed to defer to? What your love affair is with Mike Malone, or what we all thought would be a great story that you are the Robin to Joker's Batman, or to just go with what works? Go with what works.
Weird.
Just go with what works.
Strange.
It's very odd, but I think it's only odd, Mac. I think it's only odd because of what we've cemented in our mind, the championship run. Jamal's the second guy. None of this, by the way, outside of the fact that he's getting paid like it, has really been proven on an NBA level. Ask the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Christian Brown, -19. Ouch.
Yeah.
And I know plus minus isn't like, I know that's like, No.
Well,
Christian was 4 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3.
That's where he's killing you.
-19. Yikes.
That's where he's killing you.
Not a good night from Christian.
That's where he's killing you. Christian Brown has not been able to figure out his 3-point shot role. And you really, all the athleticism and the plays at the rim matter, but not nearly as much as being able to knock down an open three-pointer. And he just hasn't.
I got his, what do you think his, let's see here, stats. What do you think his 3-point percentage is this year?
He was doing really well to start the season, but I know it's tailed off considerably. So I'll say he's probably somewhere around 30%.
38%.
38. Better than I thought.
Chris Marlowe who I love. He is the biggest Christian Brown 3-point percentage making apologist of all time, but he's not wrong. Like, Christian is a better 3-point shooter than most people think.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that though. He didn't have a great game tonight, that's for sure. What does Malone do with freaking Murray at the end of games? Oh my God.
I love this.
What does he do when Aaron Gordon is like, I mean, you're going to want Aaron Gordon for 32 to 36 minutes a game, not 18.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you do with Jamal? I mean, you got to, Westbrook has been so fucking good.
Good. And again, the slow starts. Plus, I do think that there's something to be said about if you're just bringing Russ off the bench to work with the also-rans, that doesn't benefit them or him because it's him and Joker that's working. You know what I mean? It's a dual threat. The defense has to adjust for different things. You got 2 guys that are able to find other guys that can score in the positions where they find them. It's a whole thing. Yeah. And honestly, outside of narrative, it makes the most sense.
Is Westbrook going to be a possible all-star? He is not.
No.
But he's playing incredible. He's playing, but the all-star shit is it's a whole thing, man. It's almost impossible to be an all-star. Seriously. It's virtually impossible to be a new all-star.
Yeah, because those spots are cemented to the LeBrons and despite what we're watching, those, you got a good 12.
Well, LeBron, I mean, we can just go through it, like just off the top of my head, right? Like, guys that just get it no matter what. LeBron, Curry.
Yep.
Devin Booker. I don't know. You think he's a no matter what?
He's one of those guys that gets the nod despite not deserving it. I'll say that.
SGA certainly deserves it.
Sure.
Durant might be one of those guys, although he's. So you know what I'm saying? Like, and then
Anthony Edwards.
Jokic, Anthony Edwards. Well, there's 7 guys right there.
Right.
So
to your point, rarely is it ever merit within the season based.
There are like 4 guys that are just old heads that just get it no matter what.
Yeah.
So
James
it's
Harden. So you know what I mean?
Right.
It's and what does NBA All-Star matter at the end of the day, really? I'd rather be first team All NBA this or All NBA that than
Yeah,
quote unquote an All Star, because it's such a popularity contest. The most overrated accolade in sports is NBA All Star.
Jeez, nice win for the Nuggets there. That is
Great win for the Nuggets.
Down 19, come from behind. Jokic got a fresh haircut. He always needs this.
It's so
image is a riot.
Image is not the thing.
There's no the fact that he's keeping this goatee shit going the whole year is actually he's actually working on that a little bit. He's not. I mean, he definitely is working around it. He's not shaving it. It's not being shaved off and grown back. There's some grooming going on. His hair, though, it really is just shave it all off, and then it grows back and shave it off.
It's why now. Let me ask you this, Matt. Would you believe me if I told you he was second in NBA All-Star voting?
I would. Who's in the Western Conference or overall?
Overall, it was him and Giannis or Giannis. Sorry,
Giannis is number one.
Giannis number one. Jokic two European foreign-based players. Think about it.
I mean, I think NBA fans, that's been well accepted. I don't think there's I don't think there's any. Where's Wembanyama in that list?
I'll have to look it up. But I know he's top 10. I know he's top 10 because he's a freak show.
Oh my God, dude,
he's a freak show.
It was so fun to watch him the other night. It was so fun to watch him at the end of the game, and the Nuggets lost the home game. Then they won in San Antonio. I was like, oh man, that game was great. So and the Nuggets lost. But I was like, oh man, I see Vic Lombardi and I go, hey, good game, huh, Vic? Vic goes, they were fucking up 5 with 2 minutes to go. What are you talking about? And I go, oh yeah, I should be mad. I was just like, fucking Wembanyama. That guy is cool. By the way, there is no way he's only 7'3". Okay,
right?
Porzingis is 7'3". All right, there is no way Wembanyama is just 7'3". He has got to be closer to 7'5".
7'5", 7'6". It just looks cartoonish.
Porzingis does, yes. Okay, yes, you're 7'2", whatever. I get it. You look like you're a little taller than Jokic. All right, fine. All right, cool. No way. Wembanyama is so much bigger than these guys.
and the scary part about it is he's not put on man weight yet. I'd like to see what that looks like.
Well, I'll tell you this. Yeah, I was watching his pregame warm-up. I mean, he does little ball handling, shooting, the whole thing. He spends a ton of time in his pregame warm-up, having guys body him up, physical. He works on that aspect of his game in pregame warm-ups. And this is just warm-ups a ton. I can't even imagine what he does conditioning-wise, in practice or just conditioning or whatever. So you're right. And you are right, too. There's two things. When he just develops out a little bit and gets stronger and he's working towards that. Also, he does have a problem bringing the ball down low. It gets lost a little bit in the tree limbs a little bit. And you bring, if you're Wembanyama, you bring a player like Russell Westbrook into the conversation when you bring the ball down.
Bring the ball down low.
And he just gets lost doing that a little bit.
It's one of Joker's biggest traits. And Bill Walton used to talk about it all the time. John Wooden rule number 5. It's like when you're tall, keep the ball over your head and learn how to catch and shoot from that position. And you see Joker do that a lot. And bringing it down is something that guys do that have handles because they're always looking to dribble. Let me ask you this, Mac.
Yeah.
Him taking 10 threes a game or in those games, it's just such a waste to me.
Joker or Wembanyama?
Wembanyama. I mean, Joker's the best.
But he's not really a 5, though, is he? He's not. I mean, I guess.
No. If he's not
is that what he's averaging? Is he averaging 10 a game?
Somewhere close to 10. I think it's like 9 a game.
Well, he can make them.
Well, yeah, but that's, again, to me, I'm like, if that is what this NBA is heading towards, a lot of guys can make them at a 30% clip, 38% clip. But if you're 7'6", boy, you better score 17 minimum a night in the paint.
I guess. But, dude, I'm lucky enough to watch the Cavs and the Celtics this year. That's all they do. Actually, the Nuggets did a good job on their perimeter defense on the Celtics, but then the Celtics just ate them. The Celtics are a dangerous team, man. Cavs, I would take the Cavs. The Cavs are just fucking gunning. I mean, that's it. That's how they're built. Their bench is gunning. They're all gunning. That's just in Donovan Mitchell. They're just gunning. That's it. The Celtics have a little bit. They're a gunning team too. Yeah.
They got balance, and
they got Porzingis, and then they got the reincarnation of Greg Kite, number 40, some lurch like, it's always the big white freaking Celtic backup guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, an endless stream of that for the past 50 years for the Celtics.
I'll tell you what, Mac, I will take balance, and for this reason, in the playoffs, shorts get a little tighter, and I just think teams that haven't been there.
Celtics
low percentage 3%, that low percentage 3-point shot that got you through the regular season just gunning is not going to be there for you. Not in clutch time.
Well, we'll see what it does to the Cavs. I will be. I don't know, bro. I'm pulling for the Nuggets, obviously, but
it's this right here.
I don't know how you. I don't know how you beat the Celtics.
Jonathan Kidd said it. I'm telling you, that 3-point shot is so easy to hit in the regular season because it's just like, cast away. Okay. Shoot it 50 times. Yeah. Come the postseason and it starts playing tight. It's different.
Cavs have won fucking 12 games in a row, bro.
I don't care.
They're 33-4.
I love it. They'll be last year's version of the Oklahoma City Thunder. You get into the playoffs, it's different. It's different.
Celtics won like Thunder fucking 31-6.
Yeah. And what happened to them last year in the playoffs?
I got you.
It's different.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. I know we're talking about Nuggets, but I got to ask you a Broncos question.
All right.
All right. You say, all right.
I was just looking at the standings. Just real quick, the Nuggets are, they're 8.5 behind Oklahoma City. It's kind of weird, though. Like the Rockets, they're having a good year. They're only 2.5 away from the Rockets in second. And they're only 2.5 away from the Clippers at 7. Do you think that this is kind of the landing spot for the Nuggets, this 3rd, 4th, 5th sort of area? Do you think that's more or less where they'll end up, where they are right now? They're in 4th.
Yes, because I don't see the Rockets, because of the way the NBA regular season plays out, I don't see the Rockets taking any step backwards. I don't see them being successful in the postseason, but those teams that are out to that great start, the Rockets and Oklahoma City, I think the Rockets are fool's gold. So I think 1 and 2 are pretty much tied up, barring an extreme letdown 10-game skid for Houston. I don't think Oklahoma City's coming back down there. They are the real deal for real.
I think that's, you know what? I'm fine with that, by the way. To me too. So they're 23-15, okay, almost halfway through the season. So let's project that out at 46-30. So that gives us 6 more games to play with. So 48 win season, something like that. 4th place. I'm all right with that.
I'm all right with that. I'm all right with thugging it out in battle. I mean, no, you're not going to get, home court advantage, but I don't know if the West is full of guys. Do you think? I know they'll come in.
Hold on. You would have, if you were 4th, you'd have home court in the first round at least.
Oh yeah, in the first round. I'm saying, when it comes to the Western Conference Finals, though, if you were to meet up.
Yeah, but what it would take to get there is kind of ridiculous. And we saw the Nuggets lose all those home games to Minnesota last year. I don't think it's worth it. And I don't know. You're right. Oklahoma City. Are we really trusting Oklahoma City and Houston are the real deals? Really? Are we?
No,
I don't know, man.
I think both of them are.
I kind of look at the Western Conference. I'm like, because Minnesota's shitting the bed these days.
Yep.
LA, we can't take the Lakers. I would love to play the Lakers in the playoffs. Are you kidding me? That would be fantastic.
Advance. Just call it advance.
Is Ja gonna be that guy for Memphis?
No, they have roster issues.
Are you scared of the Mavericks?
There's no one in this field.
Is there anybody in the West that kind of freaks you out? Anybody?
Nope.
Me either.
Nobody.
And I'm a little freaked out by the Celtics and the Cavs. I'm a little freaked out by those two teams. I am.
Yeah, but the beauty of that is they're going to one, face each other. You don't have to worry about seeing either of those teams, obviously, until the finals. And I do think that even though it didn't look like it in the Celtics series, you got to remember that we didn't have Joker in that game, nor did you have AG in that game. I think the Nuggets matchup sweet with the Celtics. I don't think so much with the Cavs, but I don't think the Cavs match up particularly well with Boston. And I think Boston ends up coming out of there. And I think this sets up well for the Nuggets as long as they can figure out. I mean, you're starting to see other guys are starting to be distributed. And as long as Mike Malone's willing to play unorthodox to his own opinions of how things go, more is more. You don't have the type of roster where you can just play 7. So you're going to be looking at an 8 or 9 guy rotation in the postseason. And I like the Nuggets' chances as long as this trend continues where Joker and Westbrook stay healthy and their chemistry grows. I like it.
All right. What were you going to ask me about the Nuggets or the Broncos?
Give me the Broncos. Give me your did not have that on my bingo card off-season scenario for the Broncos. If something just were to come out and shock you, either to the detriment or to the
coming up or this past
coming up.
Off-season?
Yeah.
Coming up.
That's
going to shock me because I know it's not going to shock me. Like VJ not being with the team is not going to shock me.
That was my. You just stole.
That's going to shock you.
I think if they move away from, I think if they move,
but I wouldn't be shocked by it.
Okay, would you be shocked by him being fired?
Yeah. That I would be. See, here's what happened in 2014 season. So Super Bowl 48, 2013, the weird season, losing in the first round to the Colts, and then the Super Bowl. You had all the coaches looking for work. McCoy's already gone. Gase, Del Rio, Fox. They were all looking for jobs, all of them. Mm-hmm. And they lost, and Peyton couldn't run. Peyton Manning couldn't run, and blah, 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 blah. So that, to me, was like they were just sort of at the end of the line, and it was great getting Gary Kubiak in. I don't think the Broncos are like that, but I think the relationship with VJ may be like that. So I don't think the team is like that, but I think there's just a mutual like, yeah, okay, maybe we'd both be better if you were somewhere else, and he might feel the same way, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, like, what's VJ trying to do with his career? He's not going to take over for Sean Payton as the head coach. I mean, that is never going to happen.
Nope.
So, but firing him, I don't see them firing. You know what? All right. I would be shocked if he was fired. I'd be shocked if he was fired, but I won't be shocked if he's not on the team.
Okay. So if he is not on the team and he doesn't get a head gig, to me, in essence, he was fired. You know what I mean? And I didn't think to see it. I'm talking about a defense that played with everything that I know to be true and everything that I've heard people who have been following this organization much closer than I have. That was a top 5 defense. And for him to be the scapegoat at the end of this tells me the sentiment of the fan base. Now, fan bases don't matter because only guys but then to hear Sean Payton in those post-game comments, maybe I'm playing too much into it because I have an emotional investment of sorts. It kind of sounded like some scapegoating going on. I think about the sideline exchange. If he's not with the team next year, and it's not for the fact that somebody came and gave him a head coaching job, which I don't think is a given because of how the end of the season played out, he got fired.
All right.
And that would shock me. It would disappoint me, but I feel like it's heading in that direction. I don't know why.
Yeah, it didn't feel good today, did it?
Didn't feel good.
It's easy for us to sit here and be like, hey, what a great year. And, the way it goes, blah, blah, blah. Those coaches, they don't get that luxury. They got to break this one down. They got to grind on it. Like it is their last game. This is the one they're stuck with. The fans I promise you, the fans are going to be very forgiving of today. They're just going to be, at the end of the day, it's going to, we're playing with house money. We'll get them next year. No big deal. We love Bo Nix, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, yeah, it's different. It's different inside the building with those coaches. Like they're not all going to be back. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. All right, yeah. Are you going to stay on? I got to wrap myself because I got to do blah, 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 blah,
No,
blah.
I'm going to wrap this. And
Okay.
good job
All
for
right.
the Nuggets. Good job for Mac. Good job for Kill You With Truth. I'm going back to take my Sunday evening back and watch some football. And I love you, man.
All right, love you too, pal. I'll see you later.
Later, brother.
Bye.